So I was recently asked this question. Now that I've got a comic book, how do I get it turned into a film? And it's a great question. And it's one I wish more creators would ask. In fact, not only comic book, you can also throw in graphic novel, book, board game, video game. And if you have already taken your story and turned it into one of these items, good for you. You're doing something really smart. And it's called exploiting your IP. And that's what the professionals do. You're taking your idea and you're building value around it, traction or leverage, and you're doing it in multiple formats. This is how we create leverage for our projects. This is how we show traction. But, and here's the truth, just because you've done this doesn't mean Hollywood's going to come a knocking for you. You can't just be passive and wait. That's not how this works. If you are traditionally published, your first move should be talking to your publisher. Most publishers already have agents connected to studios and streamers, and they are the ones who can actually get your story in front of the right people. If you've self-published, the first question you need to ask yourself is, how are my sales? Because Hollywood is no different than any other investor. They want to de-risk their decision. And if you've gotten strong sales and a growing audience, that's proof your story has traction. Now, here's what I see a lot of creators falling short. They focus on one film, one comic, one dream, one script, instead of building a brand ecosystem. You need to be building an army for your brand, not just one project. Build community, rally your tribe, and capture emails. Believe it or not, emails are still the number one way we communicate. When you can mobilize your audience, that's when the studios will start to listen. So once you've gotten traction, what's next? Well, you can knock on a few doors. First is you can try to target and land a manager or an agent. A manager is someone who's going to focus on you and the longevity of your career path. They generally take on less clients, but can really focus on you. An agent, a lot of times, will bring on more clients and they focus on projects that are getting some heat. So if you have traction, this is a great way to go. They generally will take their client list and send it around, but managers and agents both won't push just your project solely. If your project gets heat, however, they'll jump in and help be able to navigate and negotiate that. Now, if you can't land a manager or an agent, because all of the studios and streamers do operate with gatekeepers, they want you to be able to have that. You can't just reach out to them directly. You can actually hire an entertainment attorney or someone who already has the right contacts. But entertainment attorneys are going to have entertainment attorney pricing, which can be very expensive, but in the right circumstance might be effective. I have seen this work a time or two. You can also hit the festival circuit. Now, if you know anything about me, I have a love-hate relationship with festivals. There seem like there's a gazillion festivals out there, and not all of them really matter that you won the Small Town USA Film Festival. But if you have a proper judge that you're trying to get to, that could be a way. And also, if you win the festival, that does start to show a little bit of leverage and traction. But there's also another path that I would ask you to consider, and that is becoming a producer yourself. That's right. You can take the reins. You learn the process, you build a team, you champion the story you believe in. I believe that's how modern storytellers can win in 2025 and beyond, not by waiting for permission, but by forging their own path. So if you have any questions about turning your story into a comic or one of these other properties, drop it in the comments or DM me, and I can try to help navigate you on that journey. I loved actually answering this question. So if you have more filmmaking questions, please do drop it in the comments or send me an email, and I will do my best to answer them. I appreciate you all watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one.